So yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Oh yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Oh, suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Kitty, kitty, she nice and pretty. Cocoa brown skin, she my African beauty. Kitty, kitty, she nice and pretty. Cocoa brown skin, she my African beauty. Sweet mama, yeah, I enjoy it. She make it sweet. Oh, I enjoy it. The thing sweet mama, she make it sweet mama. Yeah, I enjoy it. Girl, you can do me something. You can do me something. Oh, yeah. You don't got no time for long. I got no time for long.
You can do me something, do me something. Cause me, I don't want no long thing, I don't want no long. Cause every night you blow my head, oh, yeah. Come and do it, no delay, no delay.
So yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Oh yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. Yeah, come make my body busy, busy. Suck it to me, don't make me lazy, lazy. In case you don't know, it's right linking up with Tony the Zombie Man. It's another one again. Tim, J-Rock, you don't know. It's your Rafi, baby. Tim,
I'm on Citrulli.
Beef your city.
Lego.
Oh, Lego.
Lego.
Oh, Lego. Boom.
Lego.
Master Ham's up on the beats, yeah.
Lego.
Timmy, one Lego. Tim,
Mario can do me something, do me something. Cause me, I don't want no long thing, I don't want no long. Cause every night you blow my head, oh, yeah. Come and do it.
It leaves no stone unturned. It asks the hard questions. It uncovers every secret that's worth uncovering. Liberia's upliftment is its prime objective. The program is nothing to hide. It digs deep into the minds of the guests and brings out the facts. Nothing to hide. It will addresses no issue. It sees no sacred cow. It believes that a government or nation of the people must not work in secrecy. It's on Sky 107.1, Monday to Friday, 3 to 4 o'clock p.m. If we love Liberia, we will be sincere in our dealings with one another. It leaves no stone unturned. It asks the hard questions. It uncovers every secret that's worth uncovering. Liberia's upliftment is its prime objective. The program is nothing to hide. It digs deep into the minds of the guests and brings out the facts. Nothing to hide. It will addresses no issue. It sees no sacred cow. It believes that a government or nation of the people must not work in secrecy. It's on Sky 107.1, Monday to Friday, 3 to 4 o'clock p.m. If we love Liberia, we will be sincere in our dealings with one another.
Good afternoon, and a pleasant welcome. This is Nothing to Hide on Sky 107.1. Today is the 7th day of the month of July 2021. My name is Matthias Labindi, welcoming you on this fascinating edition of the program. This afternoon, I have a very important question for you. All of you out there in the public, those of you who are political spectators, who do not participate in politics, those of you who are actively involved in politics, I have a question for you. But before that time, before the question comes forth, I'm going to be sharing with you a few things that I need you to listen to. Most especially, the things I'm about to say maybe will benefit people, my peers, my fellow young people. But until then, I'll be right back after this break. That's right. You're listening to Nothing to Hide on the Sky. Matthias Labindi. Today is the 7th day of July 2021, and I'm welcoming you to this fascinating edition of the program. This afternoon, we do not have live studio guests, and you out there, you the listeners, you the viewers watching us on Sky Communications Liberia Facebook page, those of you watching us there on YouTube, on Sky FM and TV Liberia, you are our guests. Do you know why I say that? Because the question I have to ask you this afternoon is a question that's going to affect both groups. Those of you in the opposition, those of you in the ruling position, those of you in the neutral position, those of you in the spectator position, but sometimes you're weighing on political issues. You're the ones I'm asking the question. But before that question comes, let me say a few things, right? You see, sorry about that. Sometimes we say to ourselves, little things that matter, right? Little things that matter. There are some little things that really matter. And if we do not address those little things, most of the time we tend to, feel so bad, right? About the fact that we are making mistakes in life, the fact that we're not doing the right thing, and all of that. The little things that matter. Today, I want to say a few things. There are many of you young people out there who think that because Matthias is wearing a Propo suit, therefore you should put on the same Propo suit. Even though you know that your economic strength, your economic ability, or your financial ability is not that strong. But you want to be like someone. Because of that, you say, Papa, give all the money. And I just go on the radio and cause that man, or to go on Facebook and cause that man and lie against that man. No problem, we'll lie. Some of you are taking money to tarnish people's reputations in this town. Some of you are getting on radios in this town, and maligning people's reputation or reputations simply because you want to feel among. I'm, saying these things because what I witnessed just this afternoon before getting on the show is something that I cannot mention the names of the young people, in question. Because if I do that, I'm going to destroy them. I don't intend to destroy them. But I want to use their story. I know they're listening to me because I promised them that I will use your story to advise some young people. So I want to say somewhere around, and I was sitting. So I was drinking something, some energy drink, and eating something at the same time. Two young people who are supporters of the government, and they enter in that particular area. When they enter, and the lady said, "Who sells the drinks?" And she said to them, "You guys owed me more than $5,000. You've not paid. Every time you come here when I'm not around, you put my daughter on a duress, and she credits you guys. You people leave. And when she asks you people, you say to her, Propo strong. Propo strong. But you never come back to pay the money. Every time you come back the same way." I was just sitting and watching the guys. Unfortunately for the two young people, they know me personally. Immediately they entered, they saw me. I entered and met them in. They were still having a conversation, so their backs were turned, and I was sitting. So later, she practically humiliated them. But yet, they accepted to take credit from this lady. They simply just wanted to drink something. I think they took two bottles of stout to walk out. And someone is saying right now, Matthias, why is that relevant? It is relevant. Do you know how many young people in this country are becoming homosexuals simply because they want to fear a monk? Do you know how many of us young people today who have burned bridges behind us simply because we want to fear a monk? People we were in bed with yesterday. In bed, by that I mean, in simple understanding. We were in mutual understanding with those people. These people loved us yesterday. They liked us. They appreciated us. They respected us. Simply because we were around them, demonstrating that we're showing them loyalty. We broke away from these people. We moved on to other people because the other people we moved into, they have deeper pockets than the previous group of people we were dealing with. We moved to those people who took every little thing we know about the previous group of people or that individual and took every single information about that individual to the other group of people. Forgetting to know that the other people that we are dealing with now, they do not trust us, but they are using us because they're benefiting from us. So I met the young people, they were like, "Oh man, don't worry about that thing. Propo strong, we'll pay," and all of that. The lady again credited them 4 bottles of stout. Immediately they collected the stout, the 4 bottles of stout, they turned around. Who they saw? They saw Matthias. And I know they really wish that the eyes should open and they just enter and bury themselves. So I cannot see them. When they saw me, guess what? They walked up to me. They took their drinks and put the drinks on the table. They sat by me. They said, "Oh man, you having lunch?" I said, "Yeah, I'm having lunch, buddy. Join me." He said, "My man, no, not a lunch, Benny, but listen, we want to tell you something. My man, not happy, let's stay here. Yeah, man, young man, yell at us." They got afraid that I would have mentioned I was going to mention their names on the radio. I don't have time for that. It may sound trivial, but I'm using the 2 young people's story simply because I want to advise you young people out there. Let's be careful. Yeah, let's be very, very careful. There are a lot of terrible things happening. Some of the politicians you're even killing yourself for, they don't even worth it. They do not work. They don't even have the moral. How on earth will you even go to school? Let me say this thing to you, man. You claim to be educated. You got a BSc, or maybe you got a master's degree. Because you can get a job, you took all your brain from your head and put it in somebody's pocket. So the person determines how you think, how you act. Does that make you educated? It doesn't. There are many of you today, some of the things you're doing. I know a number of young people that work up from both groups. You know the reason why I'm in the middle here? Is because I have friends from both sides. Friends in that maybe sources. Some of them are my sources. So if you're doing this thing, you're not benefiting, but you're feeling hurt and you're still doing it simply because you want to make sure that you accomplish some things or you meet up with the exigencies of life. It's not helping you. It's destroying you. There are a number of young people today that have destroyed their relationships with people, but yet they're doing it because of what they can get automatically. I stopped by to say to you, some of the people you are killing yourself for, They don't worth it. Because when there's crisis, they will tell you to buy Gary and put it in your house. But they're not going to buy Gary. They're going to buy serious, sumptuous. They're going to prepare sumptuous dishes for their family members. They're going to buy serious foods and put in their houses for their family members. I know life has stages and things, but there are many of you people who want to get at a certain stage. It is not yet time for you to get there, but you're forcing it. And when you force it, somebody said to me, Matthias, in this life, if it costs for you to fake it and make it, fake it and make it. So what's the essence of faking it to make it when I know that in the end I'm going to die? Maybe I'm too naive in my mind. That's the reason why some of you young people don't just feel comfortable when I put some things to you. These guys today, I know they drank the two bottle of stout and they left. But honestly, wherever they see me, they're going to feel embarrassed given the fact that they humiliated themselves in my presence. You cannot be defending a group of people that you cannot benefit from. When you say Propo strong, but you're crediting stout. You're crediting stout to drink. The hot song, afternoon. Do you know how many of them out there suffering? But they can be brave to get on the air and insult people that are far away advanced and educated than them. Simply because they want to please their psychological masters, not their slave masters. The people who control their minds. I don't think they are slaves because they're moving freely. But just that their minds are in, their brains are in other people's pockets and they're controlling them. Good. Let me hold it right there. That's just what I want to say. Another thing quickly is what is happening at LEC. I will hang it and leave it. But tomorrow, we're going to cover more details tomorrow morning. LEC, the power plant on the Bushel Island have been shut down by the staff because a Nigerian by the name of Peter is serving as the head of metering. Do you know how many meters were sold in just the last 2-3 months? Were sold to communities? Do you know how many meters? Do you know? So a Nigerian is the head of metering when there are more qualified Liberians who should serve in that capacity. Meters, is that difficult? There's a guy in my community. He did electrical stuff in engineering. That guy goes into the communities and carries out a lot of works for people. He does a lot of jobs for people, contracts for people. And that guy is making a lot of money. In fact, even when the LEC guys enter our community, that guy was there aiding them. So they are more qualified Liberians. The folks in LEC, some of the young people there are saying, no, you cannot have a Nigerian serving as head of metering when we Liberians are here, we qualify for the job and you can give us the job. So what's the essence of us going to school? What did we learn this thing? Or because you want to find someone that will probably agree with you to corrupt the system. The information we're gathering is that this particular Peter of a guy, this Nigerian fellow, he has opened a private account where he's depositing the clandestine money into that account at the expense of the Liberia Electricity Corporation and other young people who are there working, who are qualified to serve in that capacity. Imagine, man, what a way of making your citizens to feel disrespected. Just to head metering department, and you can't put a Liberian in that place? Oh, now you're asking me, Matthias, Jerry Money, you're saying something. I was here this morning saying, in Nigeria is heading Bibrabi Liberia, and there's nothing wrong with that because other Liberians apply. They did not meet the criteria. He's heading it. Once it's not against our cultural norms and values, the person can participate. Why do you think Councillor Ndubuisi Wambudike was forced to resign from his post? Because his presence there did not present a better image of Liberia. He's a man with a morally bankrupt character. Then you're asking me now, maybe you're asking me, Matthias, I'm confused about the way you do your analysis sometimes. Human beings, we should not be predictable. Somebody should not sit down in their house and think that because they have your brain your thinking faculty in their pocket, they can determine how you think. So that person can predict what you would do in the next 1, 2, 3 hours. Because they can sit down and say, my man, check your mobile money account. I just sent you $50,000. You know what happened? Cash $40,000 for that money. Share with your man. Tomorrow you stage a protest somewhere. That person knows that the young people are going to assemble because he controls the way they think. In this case, I'm asking a sincere question. What is the necessity in making a Nigerian to head metering, to be head of metering at the Liberia Electricity Corporation when there are more qualified Liberians there? There are more issues coming up from there, but like I said, I'm hanging it and I'm going to leave it. We're going to come up with more details tomorrow. By the way, President George Weah has appointed Mr. Money Captain as the head of the board chair of the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Do we need to launch an advocacy to privatize LEC and do away with all the controversies and people not getting current or electricity in their areas? Let's move on to my question now before I play the clip I have for you. The question I want to ask you this afternoon is the opposition, all the people in the opposition, whether they are part of the CPP or not, and the ruling position, the CDC, which group do you think should be trusted to be elected in 2023? I ask the question because I know for a fact that both groups are morally bankrupt. If you check the CDC, they are decorated, corrupt, and should I say corrupt? How about if I use the clear one? Criminals. Yeah, let me use that one. They are refined, decorated criminals and appearing to be highly educated, but their minds are depraved because they want to please their personal greed. But they are in government. In the opposition, don't mention, man. They are also morally bankrupt individuals in there. For example, the things we talk about sexual immorality, about government officials, well, those things are happening in the opposition too. If you talk about corrupt officials, they have them too in the opposition, they have them in a ruling position. So 2023 election is not going to be about who is a saint. The person has, because none of your officials, none of your leaders in the opposition or the ruling position have clear and an unquestionable character. Questionable character. Whether it is proven or not. So which group of people do you think should be trusted with 2023? Before I open the lines, the issue of homosexuality. You know, earlier during the Obama's administration, African leaders were interviewed, and I'll play you that clip, that video. You listen to it. Some of the African leaders took their positions on the issue of homosexuality. Today, they're not asking African leaders. The people, the world, the Western world is not acting. They are acting disrespectfully to the cultural norms and values of our African heritage. They are coming to Africa. They are doing the things they want to do freely, just as the way they feel. They just want to do the things that make them happy. They want to promote the things they can promote at any time. I have received reliable information that millions of dollars have been dished out to many African countries, if not to our leaders, but to some individuals who are, to many individuals who are influential and can push a certain argument, then the argument will suffice in a particular environment because of their influence. In Ghana, I'm going to play you a clip right now of a clergyman, who blasted at the U.S. ambassador in Ghana. You know why he blasted at the man? The man hosted the American flag. He did not just host the American flag. He hosted a homosexual flag. Do you know the homosexual color? It's just like the rainbow color. When you see that color anywhere, remember it. I'm not against homosexuals. I am not a homosexual. and I don't intend to be, and I will never be. But anything that goes against my values, even my individual values, I detest that thing. If it is possible, if this is the thing that's going to deny me visa to travel to America, no problem. I go to America or not, I'm going to die. I'm going to be buried. I'm a human being. I'm a mortal being. Entering America does not make you an angel or saint. But one thing is that we have to respect our values, where we come from, who we are. What are those things that make us different? Africa is a unique culture. If you listen to the clip I'm about to play, the clergyman said, you West are against polygamists. You are against that. When an African ambassador, a Liberian ambassador to the US, travels there and goes there, he goes with 5 wives. America will only recognize 1. So what makes you think that because you do not respect the fact that I can marry 4 women, which is something that makes me happy here in Africa, but you want me to be a gay? It's not really our main topic, but I have to introduce it because, trust me, you may just see the American embassy near Monrovia hosting flag, a gay flag. You may see that. It happened in Ghana, just next door. By the way, let's listen to this man, this clergyman. While that is being played, I just want to say to you, the essence of playing this thing is not to provoke anybody who is a gay. If you are a gay, do it in your house. What is human right? Your right to do everything? Okay, so because we say human right, the people who kill their humans, why do they get prosecuted? Is it their right to kill people? So because it's a human right, it means
about to stop. This land is not for grabs. We want the American ambassador to understand that this land will not accept LGBTQ. We want the American ambassador to understand that we are aware that the LGBTQ movement went to the International Human Rights Court in Strasbourg, France, looking for legitimacy for LGBTQ homosexuality, that wickedness and satanic attitude and behavior and lifestyle to be accepted as a norm. And there were 47 judges that were given that assignment. They ruled unanimously that LGBTQ is not a human right. Today, we met with Speaker Alban Bagbin, and this is the National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual and Family Values. There was a joint secretariat, joint committee to prepare a private bill that will stop completely all avenues of the LGBTQ movement, to make it illegal, to bar it completely from operation in this country. It is a holistic bill that addresses the human rights dimension. We are not against the human rights of a homosexual, but homosexual lifestyle is an abomination and a taboo. We want the American ambassador to hear us and hear us well. They should stop their bullying tactics. They can keep their money if that they want to link it. That's what the late President Mills told them, that you can keep your money if you want to link it to LGBTQ. We are not going to sell our birthright for an abominable satanic act and lifestyle. So, Mr. Ambassador, if you have no respect for the Ghanaian culture, then get out of this country and let them bring us someone who respects us. Because what you have done is total disrespect for the cultural sanctity of this nation. You are not more loyal to Ghanaians than us. We love our LGBTQ people. We know homosexuality has been there all along. We are aware of that. But it is a taboo, so they hide to do it. What they are looking for is a human right, to consider it as a right. We will not accept that has been prepared. Mr. Ambassador. So behave yourself. Behave yourself and know that you are in a different country. Yes, by international law, your premise and the embassy is American land. We appreciate that. But that doesn't give you the right to misbehave on this land. We are going to inform the chiefs. It's a taboo. It is a taboo to fly a flag of LGBTQ in this land. And that is why you wisely brought it to your residence and not the American embassy, where many Ghanaians would have seen it. So please, Mr. Ambassador, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. And sit up and live according to the dignity that goes with ambassadorial posts. I have been.
Okay, so you listen to that man, right? He's a clergyman. I've just been informed that, well, the world is not just a global village, but it's controlled by powerful forces. It's not just because now I'm getting to know that. I'm not just getting to know that now, but of course it's controlled by powerful forces that if you are not in, don't criticize it. It's better you keep quiet and just accept or condone it. You don't have to accept it and be part of it, but you have to condone it because you want to live in peace. So we have to take this thing, down for now at the moment, and just because it's something we want to hang. I just put that up. Now, the real question is, which group are these people, politicians in this country you can trust, the opposition or the ruling position? The guys in the ruling position, mind you now, they were in opposition yesterday. I asked Alvin Wisa is watching. I want to ask Alvin, why were you people protesting for War Crimes Code yesterday? You didn't understand some of the things that you were protesting for? Now you are in government, you can't even talk about War Crimes Code anymore. You're afraid to talk about it. When you do, you want to talk about transitional justice. It is now you want to read the TRC report and review it properly and then come out with TJC? Really? So which group of these people do you really trust? The opposition or the ruling position? I know some of you will say, yeah, I trust the opposition because and this and that and so. Some of you will say, well, the Georgia administration should stay in office because and all of that. Which group do you really trust? Both groups. Anything you think about, if you think about corruption, you find it in both groups. If you think that you don't want to elect corrupt officials, then let us just get rid of all the politicians and bring one priest from the college to run the country who has not tasted corruption before. Because if only you want to question either of these groups for corruption, then there's no need for us to even go to election. Because all the groups you're talking about, they are enough and serious, depraved-minded individuals there that are waiting to get an inch of opportunity to steal. And while you supporters, while you militants continuing to call, and sometimes you get frustrated, you call on the show, say, we got to leave the militancy. When sometimes reach out to me, they want to come on the show, I say, no, man, you ain't coming on. You are a proper defender, or you are a CPP man defender. My man, man, and they won't do it. I say, no, you're not going to use my platform to advocate for your support. You believe in that cause, stay in it and go for it. If you come here to talk on all national issues, serious national issues, fine. But because your people are not giving you money to put in your pocket, you want to come on my show? Sorry. All right? Absolutely nothing to hide, my dear brother. So answer the question now. The question is yours. Yeah? Just to zero in on what that clergyman was saying about Ghana. You see, what makes a man is your ability to tell another man that what you are doing to me, I don't like. Regardless of the fact that that man, and I hear people say, oh, and the hands that feed you, you don't bite it. Amen. In our African culture, because a man went to your farm and help you to harvest your crops, does that mean that guy can run into your home and just dictate to you how to run your home? We are people with a decent character, decent culture, we are disciplined people. Very disciplined individuals, very disciplined people with a very decent culture. So you listen to what that clergyman said from Ghana. The ambassador there took the LGBT flag, the homosexual flag, and he hoisted the flag in his compound where he lives. So the citizens of Ghana said, no, you can't do that. Even the chiefs told him, you can't do that here. Now, this man came up publicly. Do you know how many media institutions in Ghana have played this clip I just played? He said, listen, respect yourself, ambassador. If you disrespect us, you got to go back. Oh my God. I miss Robert Mugabe. I miss Nelson Mandela, who said, because you have enemies does not mean your enemies will be my enemies. Where are they? Where are the bold African leaders? The ones that want to respect the African culture. Maybe this one is from the Afrocentric perspective. Let's come back from the Liberian perspective. Which group do you really wish to go back to run us? Because the CPP group, they've tasted power already. Whether Liberty Party or not, as far as I'm concerned, the CPP has tasted power because there's a ruling party in their midst, right? So the both groups, no one is free. No one is can say to us that we've not tasted power in order to give us the chance. Which group? I say to you, all the groups you're talking about, they are corrupt individuals in their midst. No one group is free from it. If you talk about sexual immorality, you can find it in both groups, both the CPP and the CDC. If you talk about corruption, you find it in both groups. If you talk about moral bankruptcy, you find it in both groups. So which group do you trust to lead us in 2023? Call us now on the numbers 0777-777-107, 0777-221-223 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this afternoon. Better say you can call us on Messenger on Scalaberia, or better stay, call us on WhatsApp on 0777-221-223. You can also call us on IMO. You'll be live on the program this afternoon. Do you think the CPP should be given a chance? Should we be voting on the basis of giving people a chance? Let's try the person. Should we be doing a trial version of election? All of the elections we've had since the war ended, we've been doing trial version. You have a minute, please. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mata.
Let's hear you.
Well, my name is Lamini Kemokam.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very active in politics.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I call for.
My man, you have 1 minute. Oh. Which group do you think we should go for?
What is it, Mata?
My man, I ask you one simple question. The opposition, the ruling position, which group do you think we should go for in 2023? Because, anyway, go ahead. When you answer, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Mata, let me tell you, I disagree with you, you know.
Disagree on what now?
Everybody in the opposition of corrupt character, you know.
I'm not saying everybody. I just said if you check in the CPP, you will find corrupt individuals and morally bankrupt individuals. If you check in the CDC, you'll find the same group of people. So which group can we trust now?
No, we have to go for the CPP.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's go for the other person. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Igbo.
Omar, how you doing?
My son, you confuse me.
I confuse you, eh?
Yes. The next young man are talking, Hannah, he's a man.
Mm.
He told the man, and then when you bring it, get out. We don't want you here. And everybody agrees, but I know. I leave it right there. But you rather confuse me, how to eat.
How?
Jordan, parliament, where the big Johnson, I enjoy the bandwidth. And we could do it here. I will talk to this street. Thank you. I have a blessing.
I know you, the Omar say, I leave it right there. The reason why I played that clip, I've just received information that some individuals in this country, they receive money to run a campaign to ensure that even homosexuals cannot get a right here legally, but they should have a space to operate in a way that it will be in their numbers. That even if you want to rise up against them, you'll be fighting a losing battle. That's why I play that. So let's hear you now. Call us in the numbers. Which group of politicians do you trust? The CPP or the CDC? Kemukase, it goes for the CPP. Let's talk to this other person. Okay, call us in the numbers 0777. Politics in Liberia. So not only Liberia, many places, many parts of the world filled with so much deception. Yesterday, somebody say, listen, war crimes code is the way forward. Today, they're saying they are romanticizing the whole thing now. They say, no, we don't need a war crimes code. I think we need a transitional. I beg you, man. Liberia is an interesting place. Let's hear from this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, brother. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you asked the question, the ruling party and the opposition, which one can you trust?
Hmm.
You see, brother, is
Told me your name and where you call from.
What you say? I'm not hearing you.
Sorry, you haven't told me your name and where you called from.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm Tamafoya, according from Canada. Okay, and you see, the problem here is we Liberians we don't really know what we want. We don't know. The biggest thing in Liberia is what it is not me, it should not be you. Right now, you're going through, you're trying to educate we Liberians, telling us what is right, what is wrong. And once it is you today, the rest of the people go against you. We just need to stand up for a cause. We need to know what we want, what is better for Liberia. But once these things are lacking, my brother, anybody come there, it will still be the same old thing. Liberians should know what they want. But we have to put our country first. Back in 30 days, we Liberians, we love ourselves, then we love our country.
I know.
You just play the clip and listen to what the clergyman said. You know why he said it? Because they put our country first. They don't care who you are. Ghana come first. Everybody there come after Ghana. So if we put our country first, trust me, brother, we will do better as compared to other countries. But all the people you see calling us today, oh, this, oh, that, just getting the chance, they'll be worse than Joe. No, anyway,
I tell you,
we all were like, we saw what happened. There were a lot of things said, people criticize, people say a lot. Now Joe is there, it ain't worse than Edmonton. Charge at the time, it was just the gun. But at the time was better. It's just that the gun was there, people were harassing people don't have that, that free movement. But when you look at how things were in the country, rest were back of rest, I can remember about $800. People say a lot, and the key was different. Now Joe is different. Trust me, the next people that will come, it will be worse than we are. All because we don't love our country, brother.
Okay.
And I really appreciate you guys. You guys really appreciate, teaching us how to love our country, but the politician teaching us how to hate our country.
That's right, brother.
And that's a battle. That's a battle between you guys. Because if they allow us to follow you guys, lesson, they will not be who they are today. So they brainwash us to go against what you guys teaching us.
That's right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Foya. Thanks a lot, Tamafoya there. Let's hear from this other person. Hello. Good afternoon. All right. So call us back on the numbers 0777 107 0777 2212. About that homosexual thing and hang it a little bit, because on months you may hear some advocacies around here for gay rights. You may hear some advocacies around here for gay rights. So much money has come into the country to ensure that people champion, the advocacy to ensure that gays, homosexuals get their rights in the country. That ambassador, what would you even do such a thing? Honestly, man. These people in the West, they come from that side, they claim to be educated. You enter someone's environment and you want to do whatever you want to do just like that? Who gives you the right? When the war comes to an end, and Babylon fell. Babylon fell. And all of you great nations around there that behaving like Africa is a dust bin that you can come and dump all your trash in. All of you will fall and you will come to your knees, and all of you will face whatever that God wants us to face together. You're not creators of the word. All of us are creation. We are all creation, the creations of God. And you come to us, you want to bring us. Now, if you come to the table, let me put it in a way that it works. If you went to my house to suggest something, you are a man, I'm a man. You have $1 million in your account, I have $10 in my account. That does not make me it does not remove the male gender from me. Because I don't have money does not mean I don't have values. The only thing that would look demeaning is that anything, so he's less in terms of manhood. But it still does not change my gender. If you come to me, I know you speak with arrogance, thinking that, well, this guy is poor, so I can do anything, and then he will accept it. You know, and he will accept this particular thing. So it's not that I don't have money, therefore I should not have respect for myself. Tamatila from Lofa County, he was not rich. Though, yes, he was a paramount chief, but he was not worthy. During those days, the richest in cattle, you know, yes, in wives, and maybe I think he had about 7-8 wives. Imagine Charles Taylor used to leave his mansion and go to Lofa County for advice to Tamatila. It simply means you can have little with so much values, and yet the man with a lot will come down to your knees. But our country, Liberia, the mindset has not changed. By the time government gets in place, the people who supported the government, the next thing is that they start thinking, thank God, our time to eat. Our Victor wasn't say, Edwin Snow, respect yourself. Oh my God. Let's have a conversation, folks. Call us in the numbers 077777107. So you don't trust your group? Somebody says CPP. The other person, no one has called to say CDC. The Omar said, my son, you confuse me. Of course, Mom, I'll confuse you. The thing about our profession is sad. And I respect even our brothers who are doing propaganda. I respect them. The society is like, not everyone will accept being broke. Not everyone. There are some of us who don't go to bed without drinking at least 4 or 5 bottles of stout. There's some people who go to bed without even drinking anything. There are some people who don't like every week or every month or in a year time, they want to go shopping about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So therefore, because of these kind of expectations they have about life, they can settle for anything. But in the end, what exactly is your contribution to your country? Is it what you put on your body? What you put in your account? What you did for your family? Or how you helped in making Liberia a better place? What exactly is your contribution? So I ask you the question. You have LEC, for example. There are people, there are Liberians over there working there. Let's hear from this other person. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Matthias. My name is. Hey, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, sir.
My name is Benny. I'm calling from New York.
From New York.
I just wanted on LEC. I've been following the whole situation since yesterday, and I want some time. I like this. Any entity in Liberia already run straight. The health system is messed up. The water and sewer system is messed up. Can you tell me what system really runs?
No system, my brother. I must tell you, there's no system working here. Even the religious community that we should look up to, that we're supposed to look up to for assistance, some of the religious leaders are taking appointment in government. So imagine a bishop got dismissed by a pastor. Pastor George Weah dismissed Bishop Clay. Why is he going to say to his congregation he was dismissed for malfeasance? Imagine that. What system is working?
I'm telling you, brother, you're doing a good job. I always follow you in the morning, and I follow you because your time become 11 o'clock on my time over here. So I always follow you. You're doing a great job. And I will tell you, you don't want to get the kids in that you met in the restaurant, but that's the COP, what they call it, CDC COP, that's the one that I be begging. And it's so sad because I live in America, and the youth over here don't even think about politics. They think about the future, what they want to do when they leave college. But in Liberia, all the youth focus on so politics, and it's so sad.
But bro, sorry, let me just hold you a bit on the line and say something to you. Yeah, to some extent, I do not blame the young people here, for engaging in politics. Imagine me. I attended evening classes in government school because I had to hustle in the day to evening classes to government schools around town here. But up to the time I graduated, thinking that because maybe I apply more effort to read and make a difference among my peers, the government schools have not improved. So what makes you think that even Matthias would think about the fact that there's going to be a future in this country? There's a future that Liberia is going to get better. Several years after my graduation, government schools still do not have chairs. What change can we
Wow.
expect?
And when the individuals are just getting rich overnight, you don't even know. It's so sad, man.
It's
Sometimes
sad.
I ask myself, why Liberia? Why Liberia? And we love our country. We in America, we love our country. We want to go back, but it's just that when people see it, like what's going on in the country, it's like, what can we do? Like, I will give you an example. I tried to open a business. Just to get the business registration, it took me 3 months.
Imagine that.
3 months. 3 weeks or 3 months. It was 3 weeks, and it said it was 3 weeks right to death to sign it. I looked at it for long. I said, Father, who is God, man? I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Go work.
Okay, buddy. Thank you so much, man. You two do the same. Call us in the numbers 07777 07777 are the numbers you can call us on to participate in the program. This afternoon. But the thing is, the reason why I made mention of the two young people that crediting liquor to drink and they were humiliated in my presence, but I cannot mention their name because it may sound trivial bringing their names like it's a personal attack. And I brought that up because there are many of you who are projecting a fake image of yourselves to your fellow young people like you are. Deep down, you're not happy. I know a lot of you who are doing this thing, who are either supporting maybe the CPP, but you grieve. You sit down. Militants are not supported. How about if we were to focus more on creativity? Let's focus more on innovation. Ghana, for example, a young man will wake up and sit down and say, you know what, I'll do tie-dye. I was watching a video on social media of a young man who just creatively, man, he just tied a t-shirt in some kind of way. He wasted some dark on it. He just wasted some dark on it. And after a while, it gave him different colors. He wasted different colors of dark on different positions. When he got to giving different colors. Guess what? People started walking to that young man, buying the shirts. On the spot, that boy became a money man that he never was. Society should promote creativity, innovation. But here, the users, I don't want to say politicians, even some business people, they benefit from these protests. They benefit from these crises in the country. Yesterday, I got on a bike from the usual destination I come from. I know that even though there are crises in the country, but I should pay $200 on a bike to get to town. The guy looked at me and said, I should give him $300 and asked him why. He said, oh, you asking me? Because you're one I carry. I said, no, chief. Even though you're carrying I alone, right? But I should be, let me give you at least $200 or at most $250. He said, no, $300. That's my price. Everybody doing their own thing in this country. Somebody wakes up one day and you want to tell me, Matthias, look, I am not just an ordinary voter. Yeah, I'm a Liberian, I'm a young journalist, and I wish to be a journalist. I don't want to do propaganda for you because I don't see any of you in the political, arena of our country that deserve my voice to serve as a propaganda machinery for you. So many of you lack moral. Many of you, if you sit down, you present the wealth, the money you generate to take to your families like you are earning honestly. But we pray. That's the reason why some of you fighting against the Economic Crimes Code. Because there will come a time, some of you will be paraded in orange suits in this town. You'll be humiliated. You'll be disgraced before your family members that all the money you earn to send your children to better schools in this town is a good thing. Every father should seek the welfare of his family, but he should do so honestly. Because you get appointed, you start stealing, you start putting fake names on payroll so that at the end of the month, you ought to collect everything and put in your personal coffers. Then you will project yourself, you present yourself, pose yourself in the community. You're a worthy man, but you are a corrupt, worthy man in the poor country, in the poor nation. You're driving a $75,000 car on a deplorable road. But you claim to be educated. And we say the definition of education is about what? Enlightenment. What enlightenment are you bringing to your society now, Mr. Educated Man? What enlightenment possibly do you intend or are you bringing to your country? Is it an enlightenment to go and receive money to bring homosexuality in our country? That young people, who most of them do not have strong emotional intelligence, so they will fall prey to these kind of things at any time. They become homosexuals. They become liars. I have given 2 young people media blackout on this platform. I promised them they will never appear here until they give me the information they promised to give me, because they appear on my platform and they accuse people. They assure me that by the time they walk out of the studio, they get out, they're going to bring me the information. It's been months. The other one is being a year now. He's yet to come up with that. And I told him in the face, I said, the day you sit with me on my platform, on that platform at Sky or any other platform, it means you have either gotten on the radio or you place a call on our radio, you apologize for lying against a particular individual, or you provide me the information that will authenticate and prove that the information you alleged about yesterday is true. In the absence of that, you're not coming. You know, the moral bankruptcy is getting at a certain level now that I don't even understand how we think anymore. You wake up in the morning, group of people sat down, they got on Facebook. I listened to a doctor, and I'm disappointed in Dr. Rachel Singh on Spoon Talk. I'm very disappointed that she's a doctor. She holds a doctorate degree. She sat in this country. Other women were humiliated. She did not say a word simply because people accused these women of having an affair with the president. Probably she has some antipathy against the president. That's why she said, and she said nothing. Today, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence is being talked about, that she's having an affair, allegedly having an affair with Darius DeLong. She says it's sexism. It's sexism. You can't say that about a lady. Seriously? Seriously? Dr. Rachel Singh? Seriously? That's sexism? Oh, it wasn't a sexism. It wasn't sexism when people said the president was sleeping with the defense minister's wife. That woman runs a home. She has a family. None of you women came out to say anything. Is this the society we're running? What kind of country we're running? Everybody running with some kind of paper in their hands called degrees. So we are more concerned about papers than emotional intelligence, than people's ability to properly, demonstrate morality, than people's ability to properly demonstrate intelligence in a way that they can speak and represent their cultural norms and values. You refer to somebody saying Darius DeLong and Nyomli Kanga Lawrence are having an affair, you refer to that as sexism. But you celebrate, despite the fact that you hold a doctorate degree, you celebrate simply because of your political opinion, right? You celebrate when people say George Weah, president of the Republic of Liberia, sleeps with women around this town because he wants to give them jobs. Because he's giving them jobs. That is not sexism, because President Weah's names is involved. But the women whose names are involved also, you care less about that. Look, man, let's wise up. Let's wake up, Liberia. We have more terrible challenges ahead of us to face. If we continue like this, I said to a young man who walked up to me and said, "People, I want you to help me and guide me." I said, "You're not ready to do journalism. Don't waste your time. In this country, maybe the next breed of journalists are going to come. They're going to be worse than the ones that we have now. They're the ones that are selling out. You don't know how long some of us are going to stay in a space. You don't even know the temptation we face every day. You don't know what we go through daily. How people insult us in the corner. Or you think you're independent. Who are you? What are you looking for? You live in a makeshift structure. You claim to be independent in this country. Little boy, you better wise up and do something better. So you see, the question was thrown out there. None of you trust the people you're following, but you just want to make noise around here for politicians. And many of you don't want to focus on the things that matter. Our friends in Ghana, a young man will sit down. Look at a guy in Nigeria, for example. The guy made a generator. The generator is not using fuel or gasoline, water. It can come on. You have been putting the thing can come on. The maple water inside can come on. A Nigerian guy, you know how many years he spent working on that thing? 15 years. In creativity, they're wasting our young brothers' time, all in the name of politics. Folks, we gotta go. This is nothing to hide. The thing is, but the loyalty is to my conscience in this country, Liberia. My name is Matthias Labindi. Have yourselves a wonderful time.
This is VOA News. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey. U.S. President Joe Biden said on Wednesday he was shocked and saddened by the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moise and wounding of his wife in their home, calling it worrisome and saying his administration needed more information. He condemned what he called a, quote, heinous attack in a statement. The 53-year-old Moise was shot dead and his wife wounded by unidentified gunmen in his private residence overnight, stirring fears of a breakdown in order in the impoverished Caribbean nation, already reeling from rampant gang violence and facing a constitutional crisis. Biden called the attack, quote, very worrisome and said, quote, we need a lot more information. Former U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday said he was filing lawsuits against Twitter, Facebook, and Google, as well as their chief executives, alleging they silence conservative viewpoints. Trump claims he filed the lawsuits in federal court in Florida. He says he will seek class action status in the suits, which would seek restitution and punitive damages, but did not specify who the other members of the class were. Trump lost his social media megaphone earlier this year after repeatedly falsely claiming that his election defeat was the result of widespread fraud, an assertion that was rejected by multiple courts, state election officials, and members of his own administration. Hundreds of his supporters launched a deadly assault on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th after Trump repeated those false claims in a fiery speech near the White House. Tuesday was the 6-month anniversary of the Capitol insurrection. You can find more on these stories and the rest of the day's news at voanews.com. You can also follow Voice of America on the VOA mobile app. This is VOA News. Search and rescue workers recovered an additional 10 victims from the rubble of the collapsed Miami area condo, bringing the death toll to 46, officials said on Wednesday. Search and rescue workers continue to sift through the rubble of the collapsed Champlain Tower South building, now in warm, dry conditions, as Tropical Storm Elsa batters western Florida on the opposite side of the state, moving further away from the collapse site. Miami-Dade's mayor says 94 people who may have been inside the building in Surfside were still unaccounted for. Attacks on Wednesday targeted bases in Iraq and Syria, hosting U.S. forces that are part of an international coalition fighting the Islamic State jihadist group. 14 rockets were fired at an airbase hosting American troops in Western Iraq, causing minor injuries to 2 personnel, the U.S.-led coalition said. It was the latest in a spate of attacks on U.S. military and diplomatic facilities in Iraq, blamed on pro-Iranian armed groups with a state-sponsored paramilitary force. U.S. forces who have 2,500 troops deployed in Iraq as part of the anti-ISIS coalition have been targeted almost 50 times this year in the country. Regional officials in northern Afghanistan said on Wednesday they had recaptured government buildings and a provincial capital after Taliban fighters stormed it overnight, taking over the police headquarters and sparking panic among residents. Officials said airstrikes were being carried out and special forces had been deployed to push the Taliban fighters back after the latest dramatic advance by fighters surging across the country as Washington pulls out its last troops. The Islamist insurgents have been advancing for weeks, an offensive that has accelerated as the United States pulled out of its main base, effectively ending its 2-decade intervention. Taliban gains have been especially dramatic in northern provinces where they had long been kept at bay. And Iranian President Hassan Rouhani apologized again on Wednesday for a wave of blackouts sweeping the country, blaming a searing drought he said had virtually halted hydroelectric power generation and prompted record consumption. Since last week, Tehran and Iran's other major cities have experienced frequent power outages that authorities say may continue through late July. Unconfirmed videos circulating on social media appeared to show frustrated Iranians protesting the outages in several cities, including Tehran. Rouhani attributes the surge in demand to industrial growth and extreme heat, as well as energy-intensive cryptocurrency mining operations that are supposed to be banned by the government. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey, VOA News.
107.1 FM. You are listening to your hit music radio station.
Music is Uncle Julius.
107.1 FM. You are listening to your hit music radio station.
See, what's spit on it? What's spit see? I see on it. King Jaffa, I see you. King Jaffa, I see you, Papa. That DJ exclusive. See, they won't quite your shine and step on your blessing.
107.1 as we take a very short commercial break to be right back. Keep listening to Sky FM 107.1 as we take a very short commercial break to be right back.
Follow the issues that are important to Africans. Get access to news makeups and in-depth analysis and speak directly to people who can affect change on the continent. Tune in to Straight to Africa from the Voice of America every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening. Only on Sky FM 107 and Sky TV.
No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
I say, my boy, you really know how to operate, so.
Still feeling fine from last night?
I tell you.
Girl, that's why they call me the smooth operator.
I know.
So, can we get together later?
Can we say sooner?
Why not?
Smooth operator.
Operate with Godfather Fine Whiskey, Godfather Fine Brandy, and Godfather Fine Gin. Produced by International Best Industries IBI on the freeway and available all over Liberia.
Why doesn't like enough for the president when I saw?
Okay, my biggie, you know your news?
When news like
Get your Orange Home Internet bundle for only $39. That's 75 gigabytes of data for 30 whole days for only $39. Just dial *833# to activate your Orange Home Internet bundle.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
What's happening, Africa? This is Jackson Bungani in Washington, D.C.
You are listening to Upfront on the Voice of America.
Show tries to capture that fundamentally aspirational nature of today's African youth. As you've noticed, right here on the show, we talk about everything. Nothing is off the table.
Remember to connect with us right here on Sky 107.1 FM.
Upfront from the VOA is on Sky 107.1 FM every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m.
Hey man, give me the answer now. What's the NAF President of Liberia Football Association?
Oh my brother, why you saying I'm give me that for? You asking me play that question?
My dear, I'm a new level, yeah. The more you know, Ori, is the more you win.
Predict the exact score for the Cup 2020 game and stand a chance to win recharge cards and cash prize. Text your answer to 272. Each text is 10 cents.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
doesn't like enough for the president when I saw.
You play, my biggie, you know your news?
When news again?
Boost your data allowance with the new Euro 2020 Cup Data Bundle. Get 1 gigabyte for $1 only. Valid for 24 hours. Just dial *111#.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Bring my umbrella so I can rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So the bank? Honor this ring? Let me laugh at you small, yeah? Yeah, big girls like me do banking from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange 107.1 FM. You are listening to your hit music radio station.
Stunner. We haven't seen you and Master Plan together recently. Is it true that you guys have broken up? What's the rumors? Are the rumors true?
I swear I'm never skipping. Lady, yeah, come here, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. Baby, I like you when you ain't slow, baby. I make you say you want more, baby. Anywhere that you want, no. First class, London, you and I, yo. Baby, I like you when you ain't slow, baby. I make you say you want more, baby. Anywhere that you want, no. First class, London, you and I, yo. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy.
.com.
Stunner. We haven't seen you and Master Plan together recently. Is it true that you guys have broken up? What's the rumors? Are the rumors true?
I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. Baby girl fine like a mommy. She another blessing she's carried. When I wake up in in the morning. Is this all that I'm wanting? No. Baby, you're flying like an angel. Oh lady. Shine bright in the dark like a candle. Oh lady. Baby, I love you, darling. Never gonna leave your side. Baby, I love you, darling. Oh lady. Shine bright in the sky like a diamond. You touch me, I'm under light. You got my heart in the dungeon, and I swear I'm never escaping. Lady, yeah, come here, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, my baby, yeah. Oh, I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. Baby, I like you when you whine slow. Baby, I make you say you want more. Baby, anywhere that you want, no. First class, London, you and I, yo. Baby, I like you when you whine slow. Baby, I make you say you want more. Baby, anywhere that you want, no. First class, London, you and I, yo. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy. I like the way you whine, boy. I like the way you move, boy.
Exclusively at TonesLiberia.com. Begin at TonesLiberia.com.
It's the boy Eldris, yeah.
Boy, yeah.
It was the Remy Faso. She screaming like Dido. She said Dido, honey, hold me close now. Don't Remy Faso. She yelling like Dido. She said Dido, honey, hold me close now. Say oh le 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 le, oh le le le. Say oh le 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 mama. Say oh le le oh le le. Say oh le mama. Yeah. My you are the air I'm breathing. My Tanji, I said I don't play, I can't hear you. My I saw my you bring you. I'm that Johnny. I saw my name. I get the money, my name. I want to see my baby. I want to see my baby. Money, my head. I get the money, my name. I want to see my baby. I want to see my baby. Money, my head. Daddy, nigga. Mareo. Son and son, and you are missing you. Daddy, my girl. Baby, you're my sweet cherry and my love. You are the reason I walk in from a road. Going beginner to see my baby up for. Tell her you the reason I say be a man though. Mumu I can't make buy I get the money my head. I want to see my baby. I want to see my baby. Money my head, I get that money my head. I want to see my baby, I want to see my baby. Money my head.
See, ma, I've been missing you for long. And I can't wait to have you in my arms. Matatopito mampuku nuchu, oh baby. Your beauty got me cold. You got me a kissing. You are looking for moto. Tell a man I stop it. My money, my head. My you, me, I love you, die. Be my me if I make you cry. I swear I love you, baby. Can't wait to spend the rest of my time.
I get that money, my head. I want to see my baby. I want to see my baby. Money, my head. I get that money, my head. I want to see my baby. I want to see my baby. Money, my head. That's why I'm taking job for I see you, yeah. Every night, I love you, I know. Oh, yeah. James, see a shiny skin. You friend with the carnal lotion. When you shine that diamond, and you got my attention. My baby sat out. You, I believe so, my baby don't go away. Baby, just give me the love and I don't need for no one. All that I'm wanting is for you to stay. It's for you to stay. Anytime I think of you, baby girl, I smile. You, my happiness, and I love you, ma. Anytime I think of you, baby girl, I smile. Oh, you my happiness, yeah. And I love you, ma. Oh, my baby, Sarafina. With the carnal lotion, when you shine the diamond, and you got my attention. See your shiny skin, you fret with the carnal lotion. When you fret the diamond, you got my attention. Baby, give me love. Baby, give me love, oh. Baby, give me love. Baby, give me love, oh, yeah. Sarah, like you are asking a session. You don't fall for nothing, you. I know that kind of fresh you see, yeah. Sarah, like you are asking a session. You don't fall for nothing, you. I know that kind of fresh you. My baby, Sarah, you, I believe so, my baby don't go away. Baby, just give me the love and I don't need for no one. All that I'm wanting is for you to stay. It's for you to stay. Oh, my baby, Sarafina. Spread with the carnal lotion. When you shine in the diamond, and you got my attention. See your shiny skin, you fret with the carnal lotion. When you fret to the diamond, you got my attention. Oh, my baby, Sarafina. Monkey, dang, dang, dang. James love, baby. Nothing to touch, got away, your body monkey. Nothing to touch, got away, your body go say nothing. Girl, your body tempting. I eat you for you. Girl, your body tempting. Do not scatter my hair, I can concentrate you. Girl, your body tempting, yeah. Anywhere you go, baby, I will follow. See, girl, your body tempting, yeah.
They continue lost for the boat.
Say, yeah, you done take to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body bang, you done take to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body go, say, nothing to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body bang, you done take to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body go, say, nothing to touch.
Fever, oh, fever. Girl, your love not give me fever. Felicia, oh, Felicia. I'm feeling cold, give me ginger, oh, fever, oh, fever. Girl, your love not give me fever. Felicia, oh, Felicia. I'm feeling cold, give me ginger. Baby girl, I'm feeling your way too. The way that you want make me crazy, oh yeah. You make my little boy elevate too. And I was sleeping your song, oh yeah. Baby girl, I'm feeling your way too. The way that you want make me crazy, oh yeah. You make my little boy elevate too. And I was sleeping, girl, your body tempting. I eat you for you, my uniform. Girl, your body tempting. Do not scatter my hair, I can concentrate you. Girl, your body tempting, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the way you go, baby, I will follow. See, girl, your body tempting, yeah. Laugh for your pen, and they continue lost for the boat.
Say, yeah, you done take to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body bang, you done take to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body go, say, nothing to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body bang, you done take to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body go, say, nothing to touch.
When she bounce, everybody say you want to. Do you bad? I like the way you shake that big bum bum. Girl, I want to be the lion in your jungle. You Africa, how you move to the sound. Don't stop, man, I like the way you dance. Don't stop, man, you call it on rewind. Your man on you wild, girl, you them fine. Do you got a bright future behind? Oh, sexy and I know. You want money, I know. Say that enough for free, I know. Baby, go down low for me. You sexy and I know. You want money, I know. Say that enough for free, I know. Yeah. Baby, go down low. Girl, your body tempting. I eat you for you, my uniform. Girl, your body tempting. Do not scatter my hair, I can concentrate you. Girl, your body tempting, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the way you go, baby, I will follow. See, girl, your body tempting, yeah. Laugh for your pen, and they continue lost for the boat.
Say, yeah, you done take to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a bang, you done take to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body go, say, nothing to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body bang, you done take to touch. Nothing to touch, ain't nothing to touch. Got away a body go, say, nothing to touch.
Records, baby. See your colors. I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together. But your boo, I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together.
Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me. Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me. Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me. Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me.
Girl, I want you to hold me. This kind of love is never boring. Show me, baby girl, I'm ready to follow. Show me, it's gonna be just you and I till we can die. Nobody else, you my shorty. We could stay together to the end, no fun. Call me whenever you need me. I'm coming. I'ma be your baby for life. I'm gonna try to make you smile, Angelina. My temperature is rising, it's rising, it's rising for you, my baby, Angelina. My temperature is rising, it's rising, it's rising for you, my baby. I tell you who I say, come me. Give me your love that could conquer me. I be your man, say don't worry, and we go there together. I tell you who I say, come me. Give me your love that could conquer me. I be your man, I say don't worry, and we go there together.
Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me. Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me. Take away that you conquer me, oh. Yeah, you conquer me. Take away that you conquer me. Yeah, you conquer me. Well, a little girl, baby girl, can you dance for me? Dance for me. The way you rock and shake it, baby girl, can you dance for me? Dance for me. I said, my you, baby girl, can you dance for me? See the way you rock and shake it, baby girl, can you dance for me? Yeah, girl, I wanna tell you something. But in the day, you my beauty. The dad, the day, you my sweetie. Sweetie, come and come for me. Nobody wanna see us together.
But it don't matter. But it don't matter. Although you boo, I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together. Although you boo, I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together.
They take away that you can't pop you. Yeah, you can't pop me. Take away that you can't pop you. Yeah, you can't pop me. They take away that you can't pop you. Yeah, you can't pop me. Take away that you can't pop you. Yeah, you can't pop me. Your body coming back. And I want you come over. Your body coming back. And I want you come over.
Yeah, beats. Just like baby. You got the juice and the sauce, baby. So baby, let me handle you. I don't mind loving you, but my let me sample you. This kind of love I'm wanting. Nobody got for you. So I will wait for you. True, I will wait for you. I can't deny. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. I can't deny. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. All I want you, be my baby. Just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. Say all I want you, be my baby. Yeah, just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. Say yes, I do. I can't lie, girl, you're killing me slowly. All I want is that you're loving. Baby, come and be my darling. Oh, baby, oh, I'm in love. I can't lie, girl, you're killing me slowly. All I want is that you're loving. Baby, come and be my darling. Oh, baby, oh, I can't deny. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. I can't deny. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. All I want you, be my baby. Just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. Say all I want you, be my baby. Yeah, just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. All I want you, be my baby. Just say yes, I do.
Okay.
Say yes, I do. Say all I want you, my baby.
This is Sky 107.1, the radio service of Sky Communications Incorporated. And we're broadcasting to your from the Kim Walker building right here on Broad Street. Today is Wednesday, the 7th day of July.
I pray for love too.
And the time check here in studio, it's 26 minutes.
You today.
Pushing up to 5 o'clock.
My whole life is great. Never thought you still.
Lovetta Davis is.
Never thought you'd be my wife.
I'm gonna be right here for you up until this evening.
I be the people. I be the people. And you be my baby. Be my baby. Oh, be my baby. Oh, true love, real love.
So don't go to waste. Stay tuned for the best of entertainment.
Angel, she's an angel. See me trying to use her. She came and she changed me, showed me romance. And she told me she loved me, told me she loved me. Full of compassion, she's my companion. I told her I love her, told her I love her. Girl, I never thought I'd fall like this. I always thought I'd be a playboy. I never thought I'd treat a girl real. Yeah, yeah. I never thought you'd steal my heart. I never thought you'd play the part.
Yeah, baby, I be your baby, I be your and you be my baby, oh, you be my baby, oh, you be my baby, oh, no, ma. Maybe I was so trauma, so I never saw love in your eyes, ma. Now I see it. You are a real woman, you deserve a real man, and it's the real time that you get it. Now, me,
every day I pray for love to come my way, and I got you today, and it's like my whole life is great.
That's why I be your baby, I be your baby, I be your baby, and you be my baby, oh, you be my baby, oh, you be my baby, oh, I be your baby, I be your baby, I be your baby, and you be my baby, oh, you be my baby, oh, you be my baby, oh,
Fly Nation, House of Hits.
Beef and wreckage.
It's crowd boy, yeah.
Miss Villa.
Wanna be your lover, girl for your lover, girl I die for your lover, yeah.
Love me with love, you like oh man gon' die. Carry a kinja, walk up all together, no man but the sun now. Oh. Like don't care, I don't live in my heart. I wanna be loving you, do not stop it. Like me want me your man and walk you down the aisle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm ready to say I do. I'm ready to say I do. Cause you are the one. Yeah, yeah. I'm ready to say I do. I'm ready to say I do.
We are one we need, and you can put your trust in me. Boy, I wanna be your Miss V. If I lose your love, then my heart can beat, yeah. Ready, can we go? I can't wait to be your baby, come and carry go. Anyhow you want it, we can keep it on the low. I did for you, don't be busy body, oh yeah. Come and see my mother, offer you no pressure. Who I really dear me, come and see my mother, offer you no pressure. Who I really dear me, yeah. I'm ready to say I do, boy. Ready to say I do, boy. Cause you are the one. I'm ready to say I do, boy. Ready to say I do, boy.
You might know that my love is pure. Work done diamonds, the price and gold. If money could buy love, then I'm gonna sell the world. Cause I love you, baby. This feeling drives me crazy, and I can't wait for that day. I love you. I the one. I want no other one. I ready to say I do.
Cause you are the one. I'm ready to say I do, boy. Ready to say I do, boy. Tiptoe sweat.
Playing at tuneslikebeer.com.
know you hear my cry, baby. I know you feel my pains. And it's your boy J Slut, baby. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 yeah. Say, if that's another way that I can prove how much I love you, yeah, I promise I will do my best just to prove it to you. Cause deep in my soul, baby, I love you the most, baby. I want you to know, baby, that I love you. Yeah, honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 sweetheart. You my honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 sweet love. I started liking you when you used to play my phone, yeah. Playing the hustle in touch with your boyfriend, Manjo. Yeah, my friends used to call me Puff Gumbo, yeah. Oh, they are looking at you, and I won't go chill, yeah, yeah. Baby, you know that you one of a kind, and I always. Baby, you know, baby, no matter what happens, I'll be sure my heart to show you. I'll be sure my heart to show you. Show my heart to show you. I love you, baby. I'll be sure my heart to show you. I'll be sure my heart to show you. I'll be sure my heart to show you, baby. That I love you. Honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 you my honey, 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 honey.
But you like the song you brought on my day. Now I'm feeling great. Without you, I swear my day can be great. And I know it won't be great. I need a boom, I need boom, I tell you, when you know about the that's why I want you to be my Jew. I mean, I want to wear my good, you gotta wear baby. Now I get it, what they say. Oh, you got a baby, you love what you got, girl. You love what I'm gonna get. You mom and you got me to a call. Honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 sweetheart. You my honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 you're my one and only. I just wanna be your baby, baby. I just wanna be your baby. Love got my heart, and my mind, and my body, and my soul. Baby, you got my attention. Boy, you've been there, Sakai. You've been there, Sakai. Got me singing like yo, yo, yo. Oh my, yo, my, yo, la, la. Oh my, yo, oh my, la, yeah. Oh my, yo, my. And I wanna be your personal boy, yeah. And I want you to be my personal girl, my jewel, yeah, yeah. Honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 sweetheart. You my honey, 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 sweetheart. Honey, 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 sweetheart. Yeah. It's just like baby, yeah, yeah.
Exclusively at TonesLikeBeria.com. Begin at TonesLikeBeria.com.
But are you crazy?
I know. Easy K. Yeah. Ivan.
When I look in your eyes, I can see my future wife. And looking at you, I know everything is alright. I know your friend that can tell you I'm not the bad guy. But this time, I will make things alright. I know they can say I'm a lover, boy. I need my hand before. Come into my word, baby, come show me love. Yeah, I can't wait for you to be my jewel, hey, baby. Your love make me to sing like that. Hallelujah. You are the air that I breathe. You are my melody. Yeah, hallelujah. You are the water I drink. You are the bread I eat. Hallelujah. You are the air that I breathe. You are my melody. Hallelujah. You are the water I drink. You are the air I breathe. I'm drunk in love with you, my love. No one above. I treat you right, girl. Gave you all you ever lost. Yeah, treat you right, baby. I will not lie, baby. Give you my all, baby. My all, baby. Yeah, treat you right, baby. I will not lie, baby. Give you my all, baby. My all, baby. Tell me if you go, who I will be with. If you say no, who I'll be with. I can't wait for you to be my jewel, baby. Your love make me to sing like that. Hallelujah. You are the air that I breathe. You are my melody. Yeah, hallelujah. You are the water I drink. You are the bread I eat. Hallelujah. You are the air that I breathe. You are my melody. Hallelujah. You are the water I drink. You are the air I breathe.
Baby, you are romantic. You're smart, girl, I swear it's killing me. You too fine, I can't deny you. See, say, baby, you are romantic. You're smart, girl, I swear it's killing me. You too fine, I can't deny you. See, oh, no.
Hallelujah. You are the air that I breathe. You are my melody. Yeah, hallelujah. You are the water I drink. You are the bread I eat. Hallelujah. You are the air that I breathe. You are my melody. Hallelujah. You are the water I drink. You are the air I breathe.
The sounds mixed.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Wish I could buy you many things, give you happiness that material brings. I wish I could take you out, show you to the world you never seen before. Let be killing me. A man supposed to work for the thing he want to keep. Play my hand can't reach. Yeah, what they want, yeah, me. Da 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 da. I break my back for you, baby, no kunu. I sacrifice for you, anything you want me to. The wind of love now blow my mind, make me blow for you. Go, go, by you. I love you, I could fall in love like this. Oh, lele, tell me how the power can make your heart believe. Say me a lay boy, I get money so a lay boy, I book so a lay boy. Mama say me a lay boy, Mama say a lay boy, me a lay boy, say a book so a lay boy. Onzosi, Manuele, Izosi, Manuele, Onzosi, Manuele, Izosi, Manuele, yeah. Nefuneke, Kolo, Kabike, Kuke, Bae.
107.1 FM. You are listening to your Hit Music Radio station. 107.1 FM. You are listening to your Hit Music Radio station. Are you in search of a radio station that will give you all in one package? Now listen to Sky FM 107.1.
How much I love and adore her. Oh God, why some things that I've been saying we were meant to be. Our love is the remedy.
Begin at tunesbybeard.com.
It's young Joe, wicked producer. In case it up for you. No. I not get so many girls, I swear to you. I promise you, I will not lie to you. But if they tell you, say I'm a lover, but I'm true, I will not lie to you. Hey, I used to do, baby. So hold on, my hold on. Tell me who not make mistakes before. I want you to know, baby. I will cross the ocean. I give you my heart, oh. Put my neck on the chopping board. And I make you noise, so I can take a bullet for you. Massage me a Rolex. Promise to be there for you. And go bring her with you. Sing this song, yeah. I love her, baby. I love her. Hold you closer, than to hey, mama. Maria, mama. You can't say you know I love you. Hey, mama, Maria, mama, I promise upon nothing above. You are my fantasy, my mystery, my everything I've been to me. I love you, love you, love you. You are my fantasy, my mystery, my babies and my melody, spiritual melody. Yeah. Now I cross the ocean. I give you my heart, oh. Put my neck on the chopping board, and I make you noise, so you, I swear I can die for you. These eyes can cry for you. Let it come, Mr. Gomez, so he must shoot me down. I love you, baby. I love you. You love me. They wanna take, I wanna leave you. I promise, no, there's no other girl above. None above me. I'm here to please you. Your wish is my comment, and me let me go. You know I love you. Kelly, you know I want your love. So baby, you know I want your love. I saw my blessing coming in the time you were walking. The love in your eyes. Oh, what a night. God, I've seen you. Sitting up and I've seen you. I promise to cherish you. But the love you never ever felt before. I love her, baby. I love her, baby. Treat my lady right. Hold you close and I love her, baby. I love her, baby. I love you. You love me. They want to see. I want to see. I love her, baby. I love her, baby. Treat my lady right. Hold you close and I love her, baby. I love her, baby. I love you. You love me.